Hey DT, how are you today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Do you know who I am? Do you remember me?
Uh, no,
No, that's okay. I'm going to tell you who I am, okay? My name is Miss Clark. I'm the school counselor. Do you know what a school counselor does?
not really.
No? Okay. Well, a school counselor is somebody who kind of helps you if you're going through a difficult time, or maybe you're having a hard time with feelings or emotions and you need some help getting through those things. That's what I'm here for, okay?
Okay,
My room is a safe place. Okay. Whatever you say to me in here stays in here. Okay. It's a place where you can calm down and relax. And if you have some feelings that you're scared to share with other people, you can share them with me. Okay.
okay,
Does that sound good?
yes,
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is kind of what we're going to talk about in here. Okay. So turn your listening ears on for me. Okay.
okay, it's on.
Thank you. You're such a good listener. So, when you're in Miss Clark's room, okay, like I said, this is a safe place. Whatever you say to me in here stays in here. It's just between me and you, okay? Now, there are some times where I will have to tell another adult about what we talk about, okay? Now, if you're being hurt by somebody, or somebody else is hurting you, or you're hurting somebody else, like if there's someone getting physically hurt, I have to tell another person and an adult to help you, okay?
Okay,
Do you understand what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up if you understand.
yes,
Okay, good. So you understand that everything we say is a secret unless you're getting hurt. And then I'm going to tell somebody and we can get you the help that you need. Okay. All right. So the reason you're in here, sweetie, is because your mom filled out a referral form for you. Okay. This is just a form that I give to parents and teachers if their kids or students are having a hard time or they're struggling with something and your mom or dad or your teacher thinks that you need to talk to the school counselor. They fill this form out and they turn it in to me. Okay. So that's how you got in my office, okay? Because your mom filled one of these out for you and gave it to me, and she called me and she wanted me to see you because your parents are going through a divorce right now, right?
yes,
Yeah, okay. I have a lot of friends in school who have dealt with this before. You're not the only person that's ever gone through this, okay?
okay,
I know it can feel very scary, and that's why you're here because we're going to talk about it. And we're going to learn some ways to cope with the stress and the worries that come with all those new changes at home, okay? And when I
yeah,
talked to your mom, she told me that um, one of the things that we're having some hard time with is just she put on here that you're struggling a little bit with worrying. Okay, like you're worried maybe that mommy and daddy um, aren't you're not going to be able to see them as much. But I want you to know that mom and dad have both talked to me, and they're both going to make sure that everything stays just like it has been before. Okay. Just because they're not together anymore doesn't mean that they don't love you anymore. Okay. And they want to make sure that you know that. Does that make you feel better?
kind of.
Kind of. Okay. So besides the worrying, okay, and some of the crying that's going on with the divorce at home, is there anything else that you're kind of worried about or that you might want to tell me about so that we can talk about it in our meetings coming up?
What if my parents don't get time to be with me?
Okay, so you're kind of worried about maybe you don't get to spend as much time with them since they're not living in the same house anymore. Yeah,
Yes,
I know that's a big worry. Okay, I'm going to write that one down. Okay, so that when we meet, we can talk about that. Okay, that's something that we can work on together. We can work on some strategies and I can teach you some skills to cope with your anxiety and your worries because worries are super common for little kids, even grown-ups worry. And sometimes if our worries get too big, they become all we think about. And that's why we tell people our worries, especially when we're kids, so that when you tell somebody, it helps that worry stay small. Okay. So I'm going to write that down so that we can keep working on that. Um, Do you know how long has it been since your parents got a divorce?
A year?
A year. Okay. So it happened about a year ago, and we're just now starting to feel some of the feelings that come with that, aren't we? Yeah. Feelings are big and hard, especially when you're six. Okay. So we're going to make sure that we learn how to deal with some of those feelings. Um, do you feel safe at home?
I do.
Good. Okay. So you feel like you're taken care of and not scared or anything like that?
No.
Okay, good. That makes me feel happy. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to come up with maybe a plan that has some activities that we can do together to help deal with some of our anxiety and to help us feel better. I'm also going to introduce you to some of my friends. In my small group, I have a small group of some friends whose parents just recently got a divorce. Okay. And maybe we can meet with them in our small group and we can talk about, they can tell you some ways that have helped them too. And maybe that will help you cope with it too. Okay. Does that sound good?
Okay,
Okay. So I'm
it
going to
does.
add you to my small group and then me and you will meet, let's say once a week for now. So once a week, I'll come get you from Miss Clark's class and me and you will meet on our own in my room. We'll have a safe conversation. We'll talk. We'll talk about how you've been feeling, some ways to make you feel better. And then I'll also pull you for my small group with my divorce students once a month. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Good. Okay. Until then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a stress ball. Okay. I give them to a lot of my friends who are just feeling a little stressed out or fidgety. And when things get in their mind and they're having a hard time with their worries, you can get that stress ball out and squeeze it and fidget with it to help calm yourself down. Okay.
Okay,
That sound good?
thank
You're
you.
welcome. I'm going to call your mom. Okay. I'm going to let her know that we talked today. I'm going to let her know our plan for the next few sessions. And if anything changes, okay, I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay,
All right. I'll talk to you. I'll walk you back to class. Okay, sweetie?
okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you logging on. My name is Allison. I'm training right now to be an LPC or a licensed professional counselor. And so I'm going to be the person that works with you through your like counseling journey, through your counseling process.
Okay. Great.
Have you ever seen like a therapist or a counselor before?
No, I haven't. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited too. So,
Yeah, that's totally understandable. Nervous is normal. It's a whole new situation. I hope that as we go, we can get a little bit more comfortable, and you'll kind of learn like what it's all about. But I want to give you just like a little bit of an idea of what counseling is, what to expect. So in our sessions, you and I are going to kind of work through any like current issues, current struggles that you're having. Um, and then, I want it to be as collaborative as possible. So I'm going to, use some techniques, some tools, but if at any point you feel uncomfortable, if we're doing anything that you don't like, or even if there's something that you feel like just isn't the best for you, I want you to know that you can always let me know. I want us to work together. This is not just a me, helping you. This is us helping you.
great.
So I just want you to let me know, like, if you're ever uncomfortable, we will change that and we'll restructure till we find something that works.
That sounds great.
Great. So the next thing we want to go through is our informed consent form. So this is just a little bit of information about the practice itself, just some kind of specifics, and then a little bit about confidentiality.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go line by line. Okay.
Okay.
So you can expect our meetings to be 50 minutes to 1 hour each time. And we're going to meet either weekly or bi-weekly. Sometimes we can scoot it out a little bit further, but really it's best to do weekly or biweekly. But we can figure that out at the end of our intake when we talk a little bit more about our specific treatment goals and plans.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then the only other thing is there is a 24-hour cancellation policy. Just let our practice know 24 hours in advance. If you do know, just that way we can get billing squared away correctly.
Okay, I'll do that.
Perfect. And then finally, confidentiality. So what you say to me in here is going to stay in here. It's not going to leave me unless, there are certain exceptions. So if I believe that you are a harm to yourself or you're a harm to someone else, I will have to let someone know. It's the same way if I find out that there is any child abuse or child neglect going on currently, I will have to let somebody know.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. And then just great, thank you. And then just the last little thing, we have what's called release of information forms. So these are forms totally optional. If you would like, you can fill these out so that I can be in touch with your psychiatrist or your primary care provider, and then we can do kind of collaborative care for your treatment goals.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about sort of the basics of counseling, what to expect, any confidentiality questions before we get started with our actual intake interview?
No, I think you answered everything pretty well. I appreciate you being so thorough.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Miss Rachel.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Hello, Rachel. My name is Diti. I'm currently training to be a LPC, which is a licensed professional counselor. Um, so okay, you can stop recording because Hello, Rachel. I'm Diti, training to be a LPC. Um, so before we go through any actual questionnaires, I would like to tell you some important points
Okay.
about counseling and all the rules that come with it.
Okay.
So first and most important is confidentiality.
Okay.
Whatever you say or whatever you share with me will stay with us. It won't go out to anyone unless it's necessary in emergency situations. Also,
Like what would
um,
be an emergency? Like what was
so
considered an emergency?
uh, emergency situations would be if you could be considered as a threat to someone or someone else is being a threat
Oh,
to you
okay.
or they could harm you or something.
Okay.
So those are some situations where we will have to tell other other people by meaning your family or authorities about what's happening. And
Okay.
um also this session will be a bit interactive. I'll ask questions and you can answer. You can share your feelings, your worries, whatever's troubling you
Okay.
without any hesitation. And
When how often are me and you gonna meet?
so, well, we might meet weekly, once in a week,
Okay.
or once in a week, or maybe two
Like
two
bi-weekly?
bi-weekly, once in a week or bi-weekly. And if there has to be any changes in those dates, we can like stretch it a little bit, but once in a week
Okay. So
should be better.
if I'm feeling like maybe I don't need it as much, can we go to like monthly sessions instead of weekly?
Um, I would recommend weekly,
Okay.
because you might not feel like you don't need it right now, but
Okay.
you never know. But weekly appointments are like better.
Is
But
that what's recommended?
huh?
Is that what's recommended?
Yeah, weekly
Okay.
appointments are recommended.
Okay, great. Do you guys have a informed consent form? I know I had to fill one of those out at my last place. I just wanted to make sure you had that on file. So, you had,
We do have the informed consent form,
okay,
which I will give you so you can
okay,
sign it, read
okay,
it, and from there we can start our session.
okay, great. If I,
But
at any point, if I feel like uncomfortable or anything, I just let you know, right?
yes, if you feel uncomfortable at any certain point, just let me know, and we'll work through it,
Okay,
and
great.
we'll meet once in a week,
Okay,
and we'll talk talk about all the
the issues I'm having.
worries
Okay.
yeah, the
And,
issues that you're having.
well, thank you. I'm really excited. This is my first time going to counseling, so I'm excited to get started.
Yay. Okay. We can start next we'll start next week.
Okay, thank you so
I'll see you
much.
then.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.